you all. Dimple and Haley here. We've decided to start a mom movement. It is for stay-at-home moms, working moms, single moms, married moms. If you're a mom, you need to be following this. You're already rocking your show. You're already doing a good job, but sometimes we need an extra boost. And I've been looking for a particular niche. Haley actually provided that last week. It was just by life and necessity when we were talking, and we decided, hey, we could do this on a bigger scale. We could all do this together. We can work together, be there for each other. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, please follow. Please like whatever social media you're looking at this on. Like or follow. And this is our beginning, and we'll just keep going from here with hopes of one day actually publishing a book for moms, as well as starting some coaching.
We'll be the ones that listen.
Yes,
when you need someone.
absolutely. When you feel like there's no one else there, we're there because we've been there. And younger mom with kids that are still, very, very young, just learning to walk, getting into everything. Older mom, kids that are out there working and, having kids of their own. Momming never ends, and we know that. So, welcome, guys.
So today we're talking about breastfeeding. I was not able to do that personally because of all the magnesium they were pumping into my body before the boys were born. I have twins, and then after I had them, they were giving me blood pressure medicine, they were giving me all pain medicine for my C-section, so I personally did not want to pump that into their body. Then they were in the NICU for about a month and a half, before they were able to be released from the hospital. And I personally did not get to feel that connection or stuff like that with my children. But there's nothing wrong with not breastfeeding. There's nothing wrong with formula feeding. They are formula fed, and they're about 1 year and 5 months now, and they're perfectly healthy. And I just wanted to let all the moms out there know that it is okay not to breastfeed, or it's okay not to formula feed.
When trying to think of a topic to start off the mom movement with, I thought, well, we'll start at almost the beginning. We can talk about birth traumas and early deliveries and things like that at some time. But one thing that is very important that I know affects a lot of women out there is the ability or inability to breastfeed. Some of you may not even plan on breastfeeding, and that is fine. Whatever you choose is what is perfect for your child. I had planned on breastfeeding. It did not work out for me. 3 days into my preemie, literally starving, I was bawling my eyes out. I was very tired. I was sleepless nights. He's crying. He's screaming. He's literally starving. Everything is going wrong, and I can't provide for him what I wanted. So by the third night of rocking and trying and cracking and bleeding and literally feeling like I'm the most terrible mom that ever lived, he doesn't deserve to be with someone like me, I just wanted to take him back. I literally wanted to just take my son back to the hospital, so maybe he would have a better life with someone else, because I felt like a terrible mom. This is 23 years ago, and I still feel this emotion behind this. It's hard. Carnation had sent a canister of formula, and I thought, I'll just try, And on the third day, he consumed so much formula because he was literally starving. And it was in that moment that I felt terrible, but my child was fed. So I'm here to tell all of you moms out there that loved and fed is best. The decisions that you make for your child are the best decisions. You are the parent of your child. You always know what is best. Don't let anyone tell you different. And if you're loving that child and trying, there's literally nothing else that you can do, and you could not be doing a better job. Keep winning. Okay, so pretty reasonable topic, I would think, for mom movement. Do you ever just feel overwhelmed? You got this going on. Someone in your family's got this going on. Whether you're married or not, husband, boyfriend, even if it's just you, parents. And then you get down to your kids, which is why you're part of the mom movement. And it's just like, oh my gosh, when's the last time I took a bath? 4 days ago? I mean, because you're always doing something for someone else. Moms are always last. We need to be doing some more self-care. We need to support each other in doing self-care. We need to let other moms know that is not selfish. It's not selfish to go take a bath. It's not selfish to go try to pee without being interrupted. We need to support each other and let each other know that it's okay, and also let each other know we know how you feel. We're here for you. Let us hear about it. Mom movement, we're all in this together.
Do you ever just feel overwhelmed or exhausted? And that's okay. That's okay to feel overwhelmed or exhausted. That's just part of being a mom. But it is okay to take breaks or take 10 to 15 minutes by yourself and let dad or other mom take the baby. Or both babies. You're allowed to have a break. You're allowed to have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea in peace. Go take a bath. Go take a shower. Do whatever you need to do to feel like yourself again. But it is okay to have mom time.
Hello, you all, and welcome to this week's video from Mom Movement. Haley and I struggled with what we were going to talk about this week because we both had a rough week. But then we decided that we should just talk about rough weeks. That's something that people don't talk about that often. I don't know, for some reason feel like it's taboo to not be doing okay. We feel like talking about...
You feel like a bad mom.
You do. You feel like mental exhaustion.
Because you feel like if you talk to somebody else, they're going to mom shame you for having a bad day.
Absolutely. And you feel like you can't be imperfect in any way,
Moms
or you're not
going
to be as valuable.
You have to be okay 24/7.
That is
for
so
everybody.
true. That's so true. You don't want your kids to see it. You don't want your kids to see you crying. You don't want them to see you anxious. You don't want to be holding them if they're younger in a situation like that. But the truth is that it's okay. We're still human. Even being a mom, you're still human.
So y'all like and subscribe, and y'all can drop your videos in the comments and tell us how your week was. If you had a bad week, tell us about it. We will answer in a video. Just directly for you, special for you. Anybody.
Thank you so much, guys. Just remember, it's okay to not be okay, and we are all in this together. Mom Movement.
Welcome to the Mom Movement. Haley and Temple here. And today we're going to be talking about the rainbow after the storm.
Last week we talked about rough weeks, and those will come. The rain will come. Things will happen. Life does not go the way that you have it planned, but there is always a rainbow after the storm.
It might not be there right in front of you. You just have to look for it. They're not always there as soon as the storm stops. They're not always there. Sometimes you have to look, turn around, spin around, do anything you can, but find the rainbow.
Exactly. It will be there. Sometimes you got to keep putting the work in to get to it, to see it, like she's saying. But you know what? Whatever you put work into, when you do find it, you will be more proud of and appreciate the investment of time that you put into yourself. Don't forget that as a mom. It's very, very difficult. Sometimes, we're worried about everybody else's problems. We're worried about what's going on with the kid. Yes, you really do. So today, we encourage you, if you can't find the rainbow after the storm, be the rainbow. Thank y'all. Y'all continue to like, follow Mom Movement. We're here for you guys. Hello all, and welcome to a Mom Movement video. Haley E and I were supposed to be meeting today to make the video for Mom Movement. But with us both being moms, as you know, we have certain levels of responsibility and things to do. So here we are. We're still going to make the video, but we're going to make it even more relatable, I think, because it has to deal with the things that we all have to do. We all have to do laundry. It doesn't matter if you work outside the home, you're still gonna have to work inside the home. So you are at least participating, even if you have a partner, in folding clothes, washing clothes, taking out trash, sweeping and mopping floors, dealing with babies, children, school events. School's back in session, so that's a lot. Anyway, moms are always busy. Whatever you're doing today for your family, I hope that it is appreciated by them as well. Don't ever be doing things for your family, though, for that appreciation. Yes, you deserve it, and you should get it, but do it just out of a heart of love, because there are going to be ages and stages, and there will be times, you know, if you're in a relationship with your significant other, that something is going on in their lives as well, and we all have something to do. We all are working at something. Very seldom is there literally someone who is absolutely doing nothing, and if there is, I'm so sorry for you. Even if it's cleaning out a toilet, we are all in this together. Every single bit of what you do as a mom and as a wife, girlfriend, significant other, daughter, friend, whoever you are doing something for and that is actually helping them in some way, if they are not saying, I appreciate you, we do. You are appreciated. Don't forget that.
Mom movement. Like Temple T said, we are not together today on our videos because we had certain responsibilities we have to do as a mom, as a parent, as anything. So here I am, folding my laundry, making my video for all of y'all to show that everyone is busy no matter what you see. Everything's not picture perfect as you see it to be. Someone can act happy and anything, you know what I mean? Their life is not like that behind the camera. They're always busy, they're always doing something. Yeah, like here is another responsibility, making bottles. I have twins and currently I'm only having to make one bottle at the moment because one is asleep, but there's still responsibilities, you know what I mean? And if no one else wants to hear about them, or no one else wants to hear about your day and what your responsibilities were, you can come talk to us. We have all these other kinds of responsibilities. Temple T, she has grown kids, but her kids are still a priority. They, you know what I mean? They still have needs and everything else. It doesn't matter how old your kids get, they're still gonna have needs and everything like that.
Another mom movement video. We really appreciate your feedback. You know, Haley E and I have both been asking for feedback, and we've been getting it pretty consistently, and we appreciate that. This particular time, I'm going to go over something that Miss Jeter shared with us. She had said, I don't know if anyone's dealt with this also, but at 23, with 2 insane births, one where I bled out and one emergency C-section where I felt everything, my doctor still tried to convince me not to get my tubes tied on multiple occasions. I did finally get them tied yesterday, so now that's 2 days ago. But from when we're videoing, we'll send this out next week, but we are here for you. But it was such a fight, even at my pre-op. She spent an hour trying to talk me out of it. I just want other young mothers to know, even if their situations weren't as dramatic as mine, that it's their bodies, and it's okay to not agree with everything just because that's your doctor. And it's okay to stand up and speak up about what they need, because we know our bodies better than anyone else. Now, I do truly, truly believe that, and Haley and I have actually dealt with both of those things separately, and also we have dealt with that fight back. And I don't know the state that you're from, but I know that at least when I was having children, it was a 25-3. Which is where you have to have 3 children and be the age of 25 before you can even receive assistance. And I just don't, I can't get down with that. I can't agree with that. Kind of like Haley had just said under her breath when she was helping me with gnats. Your body, your choice. And I get that.
If you want your tubes tied, you should be able to go do that.
Absolutely. Even if, I believe, even if you've not had children,
off,
if you
plant,
can, if you have insurance, if you can pay, and that's what you want to do, if you want to be a person who doesn't even want to have children, and you want to be responsible in that, if you're 21 and that's your choice, you should be able to do that. The world is overpopulated as it is.
Medicaid or whatever won't pay for it because it's a state law. They should still at least allow you to be able to pay for it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. There shouldn't be regulations on your body and what you do. I do understand the bleed out and things like that as well. My first pregnancy, labor, delivery, all completely awful. My first son was born early. It was crazy traumatic experience. I ended up having to have induction that ended with a 4th degree episiotomy and lots of problems after he was born. But we made it. He's here. He's perfect now. But I mean, it's the ride. And at the ripe old age of 21, when I had my second child, also induced not near as bad a pregnancy, labor, or delivery, I still had to have a 2nd degree episiotomy though to get him here, and I had other complications in the in-between, and it resulted in my doctor kind of doing the opposite of what Miss Jeters had. I pretty much had a forced tubal because he literally said, you will die if you try to have more, and I always wanted 4. And from 21 to 30, I literally cried about that almost forced decision because it hurt me so badly. And I know Haley had an emergency C-section. I mean, it was bad. It was a big deal. She'd already been stuck in the hospital for so many weeks and was on MAG and unable to eat. It's like the worst case scenario
I didn't eat
ever.
like 4 days before I had them. Yeah. I was on that MAG drip. And then they told me, they came in there one day and they're like, well, hey, you're going to have an emergency C-section. This isn't working. None of the medicine or everything we're doing is working. So I had the emergency C-section. They gave me the epidural right there. Then a couple of minutes later, I go in the operating room. They give me another epidural because it's not working. Then I have about 6 or 7 local anesthetics because I could still feel the pain. I could still feel them touching all over me. I know you can still feel them touching you, but I could literally feel the pain. And I remember towards the end of it, after they were born, Gavin had to leave the room with them to make sure they were okay. And I remember just laying there and crying, and I passed out at the end because of all the pain. It was just so painful.
See, that's another thing with C-section moms that I did not have to deal with, fortunately, but it's very unfortunate for C-section moms. Sometimes you don't even get to be with your children. Sometimes the C-section is not your choice, and it is necessary.
I didn't get to see him
if your baby's breech, if you have very early twins, you know, whatever the reason that got you that C-section, that still wasn't your choice. And then you don't have a choice in seeing your children because you are in post-op recovery. You are still having things coursing through your veins, and you're not even getting to see your own children. There's a lot of unfairness that goes along with it, and not only with not being able to make the choices for yourself. So we do understand in so many ways, and collectively we've been through it all. And yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you for standing up for yourself. I appreciate you for doing what you thought was best for you, and absolutely to all of you moms out there, do what you think is best with your body, your children, your life. Thanks so much, guys. And we'll see you next time for Mom Movement.